Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Fifth Third Stadium, home to the Kennesaw State Owls. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on last year's national champions, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll operate out of split backs. On the option. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the... You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does touchdown, Owls. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way into that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Across the 45. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smalls. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Great move. Now he's got room. Oh, a lot of space. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Working that left side. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. This proficiency in the passing game can take you back to yesteryear, one of the great quarterbacks in Arkansas history, in Joe Ferguson.
Yeah, just slinging the pill, just being able to provide balance, being able to attack down the field, get people out of the box, and not be predictable. That's a really good job by this quarterback.
Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quickly complete.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Owls. The defense takes matters into its own hands. they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They'll try to add another to their lead. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. On the move, he fires. Boy, is that one he wishes he could have back. A total misfire. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, with just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. But you still got a deal. You still got.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not putting it together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Got a little space. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Motion from the wide receiver. They're looking to throw on second and short. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now. He is dialed in, locked in. Really nice job on that coverage.
Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They run the reverse. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Here comes the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Hooks. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Motion from the wideout. He'll try the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and he got nothing. He got no gain. Great job by the defense understanding the situation, understanding, they're not trying to block me. They're trying to make me run upfield. No, sir. Good job being smart, gap sound, not letting the screen beat him. Nowhere to go.
They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Punt is on its way. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away to buy time. He's got it inside the 30. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
This is my mode, baby.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gives it on the option. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Just plowing ahead. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Let's go. Let's go.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make...
Breaks free in the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down. Took care of it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows.
Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Owls. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Auburn has the lead right now, but I'd hold off on that celebration over at Toomer's Corner for the moment. This one is not over. They're up by 7 over LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The option look. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather.
Set to kick it away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense.
Brings into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more fit.
Got enough space, and you'll race it to the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You call it.
Oh, they blocked the extra point.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arkansas 13.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Myers. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
On the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Pulls it in, it's Smalls. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The run from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making it work.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Great place to start for this offense. Handoff from the gun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Second down coming up.
Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. Looking for room. It's Connors. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front 7, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
To the ground. He's got it again. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kennesaw State coming out with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
We've reached a break. It's Kennesaw State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. It'll be a draw. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit.
Number 16 on the field goal.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
As a defensive lineman, let me tell you something. This is hunting season. This is when you pin your ears back and you absolutely fly to the quarterback, and you can see it. They know it's pass, and they get to him again.
Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. It's been frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Now on the move. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Trying play action. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the quarterback takes a knee. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away.
On to kick it away.